Hello everyone, N here, and today I'm going to be doing a deck profile of a deck I like to call Raichu Eeveelutions. And it is just as the name implies, so let's get right into it. Going to start off here with 4 Pikachu. Just a little yellow rodent, nothing too special. Who we're really going to be interested in, the man of the hour, is going to be his older cousin, Raichu. From XY base. Got 90 HP. Stage 1, and its attack circle circuit is going to be what we're focusing on. For 2 colorless, does 20 times the amount of bench Pokemon you have. Now, Raichu decks have been seeing a lot of competitive play. And because with Skyfield, the stadium in Roaring Skies lets you have up to 8 bench Pokemon, so with the Muscle Band you're doing 180 with a full bench. So it's pretty powerful stuff. Next up, we got Eevee, just 3 Eevee. I use the new Eevee instead of the Energy Evolution one because you do not want to be attaching energies to the Eevees at all. And if you are, then you are not having a good game. Now we're going to get to the real power of this deck. 2 copies of the new Flareon, 2 copies of the new Vaporeon. Their abilities are very similar. Vaporeon's ability, all of your stage 1s become water type, same thing with Flareon, except they all become fire type. This allows your Raichu to hit many things for weakness, making its attack so strong. Like, it's crazy. Just crazy. Alright, next up, run 4 copies of the Unknown. With that awesome ability that if it's on your bench, you may discard it and draw a card without losing a prize. That is awesome and almost broken in my opinion. And finally for Pokemon, we run 3 copies of Shammy because these are absolute key in a Raichu deck. Setup. Once it's from your hand and you put it down to your bench, you can draw until you have 6 cards. It's a lot like Lucario's attack Corkscrew Smash, but it's an ability. It makes it a lot faster. But the only downside is that low HP and that bad attack. While Lucario has a lot of HP and a brick house attack, which is why I usually use Lucario. So, but that's just my opinion. Shaman is very powerful overall, in my opinion, and I just said that. So yeah, we're going to go right into our supporters next, which might shock you guys. Alright guys, for our supporters, we're going to start a 4 of, it's so obvious guys, you've seen them every video, Wally. Wait, what? 4 Wally? That's not something you see every day. First of all, Wally is awesome. Alright, but let's see what he does. Search your deck for a card that evolves from one of your Pokemon, excluding Pokemon EX, so no Mega Evolution with this guy, and put that Pokemon, on that Pokemon. It counts as evolving that Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterwards. But here's where it really gets good. You can use this card during your first turn or on a Pokemon that was put into play this turn. So, show you guys here quickly. By the way, with this deck, you always want to go second. One of those few decks where going second will really benefit you. You got your Pikachu, right? Got a Wally in your hand. Play the Wally. Search for the Raichu. You evolve first turn. And now I know that's using your supporter for the turn, but that's where all the Shamans and Unknowns come in. So many ways for draw support without using your draw supporter. So that's the point of the Unknown in the deck for those of you who didn't know. And it has worked pretty well for me. Like, I kid you not, first supporter turn, Wally. And then I just go through so many Unknowns and Shamans that it doesn't even matter. But speaking of draw support, we still do run 4 copies of Professor Sycamore. Just because this is what you do. It's what you do, guys. It is like an unwritten law. That is what you're supposed to do. I don't know why it is, but it is. And also we have 1 copy of Ace Trainer and 1 copy of Shauna. Now that's going to be it for our draw supports because as I just showed you, we have plenty of Pokemon to do the job. And our last support is going to be a copy of Lysander and bring out something from your opponent's bench. And with that, let's get right into our items. Alright guys, going to start off here generic with 4 copies of Muscle Band. One of the absolute vital parts of a Raichu deck. Attach it to Raichu and does 20 more damage. Or for expanding if you want, you can go Silver Bangle. 30 more to an EX. Next up, going to be 4 Ultra Ball. Now, it's a little high of a count of Ultra Ball. It's usually 3, but with Shaman, it has to be 4. It has to. And our other key thing in this deck is going to be 4 VS Seeker. Now some people run 3, some people run 4. Both numbers are good, but with how fast you deck out in this deck, because trust me, well, you don't deck out, but you go through it very quickly, you're going to want those 4 VS Seekers. Also, we had 2 copies of Trainer's Mail, just to help search out those trainers you might need. You look at the top 4 cards of your deck, and you find any trainer you can get. Alright, and then down to our 1-ofs, 1 Professor's Letter, and 1 Switch. Just for genetic reasons. Generic, I don't know why I said genetic. For genetic reasons, you run these cards. It's in your DNA, guys. It's in your DNA. No, seriously, this card lets you look for 2 basic energies, and this card switches out your active with your bench. Alright, and now we're going to get into our stadiums. 3 Skyfield. Now, normally people run 4 Skyfield in this deck, but I'm running 3 just because I feel 3 is a good number, and is a pretty tightly packed deck, so 3 will serve your rights just fine. And last but not least, our energy. 1, 2, 3, 4 fire, and 1, 2, 3, 4 double colorless. Just give that Raichu, for those of you who don't know, 2 energy for 1 attachment. Then just keep going with Circle Circuit, and bam, 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 bam. Tell you, when played right, this could be a very fast, fun, and powerful deck. This possibly could be one of the big competitive decks that happens with Ancient Origins, but honestly, only time will tell. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give a like, thumbs up that like button, and subscribe. Honestly, if you guys decide to play this in your locals, tell me how you do. I'm really curious. If your locals are standard. Yeah, standard, expanded, we don't know which one's going to be the major one anymore, so just going to give you guys some standard stuff, and I'll be giving you all some expanded as well. Personally, I like expanded a lot more, but that's just my honest opinion. This has been N with the PKMN Evolutionaries, and I'll catch you all later.